Today on Sports Stars of Tomorrow, we go to San Antonio, Texas for the East Bay Youth All-American Bowl. There we showcase the nation's top 7th and 8th grade football players. It all starts right now.
Sports Stars of Tomorrow is brought to you by East Bay. East Bay, the place elite athletes shop. And by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athletes.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Pat Summerall. On this episode of Sports Stars of Tomorrow, we go inside the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas for the 4th annual East Bay Youth All-American Bowl. Initially, the stage for the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, those collegiate and professional stars of the future, will hand the field over to the East Bay Youth All-Americans. Discovered among the largest pool of top players in the country at Football University's nationwide training camps, these 7th and 8th graders will take the town by storm. For 11 years, the U.S. Army's All-American Bowl weekend has provided the nation's biggest platform for the top prep football players. Televised around the world with close to 40,000 fans in attendance at the Alamo Dome, the U.S. Army All-American Bowl is the premier showcase for today's top prep, as well as tomorrow's college and NFL stars, such as Adrian Peterson.
Look at Adrian Peterson fighting his way in for the touchdown.
Reggie Bush, Mark Sanchez, and Tim Tebow.
On this 3rd down, Tebow avoids the safety, then just airs it out and gets it to Hazelton.
The East Bay Youth All-Americans class of 2012 was selected from a pool of thousands of nominations submitted through eastbay.com. While some athletes were found through highlight reels and parent submissions, many were discovered while attending one of Football University's 50 nationwide elite training camps. The current and former NFL players and coaches, some responsible for privately training NFL stars Tom Brady, Tim Tebow, and Dwight Freeney, got their best look at these young stars at FBU's invitation-only event, Top Gun.
The cream of the crop. They're the athletes that are putting in the most work. They're trying to be seen, be heard. They're in front of the right eyes and receiving the right tutelage.
Football today has changed from the last 10 to 15 years. You've got a much more competitive environment across the country with the recruiting services really watching high school football day to day. Who's doing well, who's not doing well, who's up, who's down.
Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shuffle. Let it go. There you go. One selfie. It. Go!
It's important because it gets you exposure, it gets your name out. Like, it gets you going up against the best of the best at each position. Like, the competition level is that much better. Like, they make me go out and play harder.
As thousands swarm football fields outside Williamsburg, Virginia, a handful of diamonds in the rough were unearthed by the observant eye of the professional coaching staff. 2 years ago, 8th grader Sonny Michel took the field by storm with 4.4 speed and 4 touchdowns and became a top college recruit. Now in the shadow of the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, taking the same turf as other future collegiate and professional football stars did only 24 hours before them, the 7th grade Unlimited East Bay Youth All-Americans are set to open the 2012 East Bay Youth All-American Bowl. This is the first opportunity at the national spotlight for these young men and a stepping stone to a prestigious future.
1, 2, 3.
From just around the corner in Cibolo, Texas, Tre'Vell Lumpkin emulates the elusiveness of his favorite player, Chris Johnson. An all-around athlete, Tre'Vell has led his team to 2 straight runner-up finishes in the state playoff and has distinguished himself academically by placing in spelling bees and landing himself on the honor roll. Blake Gallagher is a devastating middle linebacker who has as much speed as he does strength. Reading quarterbacks and finding weak spots in the offensive line, Gallagher is a master of clogging running lanes and always finds himself in a position to make a play. Coming up after this commercial break, the 8th grade Unlimited game has been a coming out party for 3 straight MVPs out of Florida. Stay tuned for the fireworks this year's game has in store.
If you would like to contact the show, we would love to hear from you. You can send us an email to sst@prepticket.com. You can also friend us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Our screen name is Sports Stars TV.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University. The most exclusive football training in the country invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
You know.
Sports Stars of Tomorrow is brought to you by the full-size Toyota Tundra.
Welcome back to Sports Stars of Tomorrow in San Antonio, where we rejoin the East Bay Youth All-American Bowl and its crop of budding superstars. The East Bay Youth All-American Bowl has become the goal of a generation of talented young football players. And for those athletes gifted enough to start taking steps toward their dreams from an early age, East Bay provides them an opportunity. Throughout Bowl Week, there is plenty of fanfare and entertainment right up until the game. Although the players are never far from their video games, the Army's Strong Zone offers the tech and gadgets only the most elite military can offer. From the climbing wall and the flight simulator to remote control robots and team building exercises, this one-of-a-kind entertainment and education is the highlight of Bowl Week. The nightlife picks up where the day's activities leave off, as hundreds of the nation's top football talents fill the Grand Hyatt to its tipping point. As the U.S. Army All-Americans take the stage, the East Bay All-Americans rush to meet their role models with pens, footballs, and cameras in hand. At the only party in America where such a broad range of developing athletes can mingle, youth stars take full advantage of getting to know the people whose shoes they hope to fill. Whether they're in black and gold or red, white, and blue, everyone is happy to be meeting a potential star at the next level. Even Chiefs All-Pro Eric Berry and the Vikings' Kyle Rudolph, both former All-Americans, make a special appearance. Back on the football field, the fun and games of Bowl Week have given way to the game that introduced 8th grade Unlimited MVPs Sonny Michel and Tim Irvin to stardom. In its 4th year, East Bay Youth All-American Bowl has stoked the interest of potential stars of the future and even celebrities, prompting the appearance of recording superstars Snoop Dogg and Toby Keith and baseball legend Roger Clemens for the rest of the day's action. As the celebs span the sidelines, the new platoon of 8th graders takes the field.
The blue and white, that represents the Eastern Stars, the West in their familiar red and white. And this one is underway, and it's directed to Stockton McGuire. Although he runs back to his right and has no chance of the East leading. Minute 19 to play in the opening quarter, and that East defense rallying to the football again. And Patterson's throwing the deep ball, and it's picked off brilliantly by Sam Bruce Jr. And now he throws the ball. Beautifully caught by Tyler Bird. Oh, Bird's a good one. Sensational player.
Hailing from Naples, Florida, Tyler Bird is the next in line of superstar 8th graders to speed across the turf of the Alamo Dome. Like his receiving counterpart from the West, Tyler has an extra gear to get past defensive back, a route running that leaves secondaries in knots. Bird is a must-watch East Bay All-American and a favorite target for any lucky quarterback.
You know, Bird can fly high. He's going to make the catch.
Well, it's my second time here, and just like the last time, it was a great experience. You meet new coaches, learn different coaching styles. We had a wide receiver coach who broke down how you should break out, what foot you should have up, how fast you should turn your head around. And it was a great learning experience.
And here's a pass near side. That one's caught. Kobayashi at the 30. Running across the field to the 23-yard line.
Drew Kobayashi left the sandy beaches of his hometown in Honolulu, Hawaii, to lend a pair of skilled hands to the West offensive attack. Already over 6 feet tall and 170 pounds, Drew is a big-bodied receiver with dangerous downfield ability. As one of the top 8th grade receivers in the country, Drew has already been recruited to one of Hawaii's most storied high school football programs, the St. Louis Crusaders.
The game went well. I had a couple catches, got 2 touchdowns. It went well. We still lost, but we kept our head up, so we kept playing to the end and made the best out of it.
Coming up after the break, the East Bay All-Americans get geared up, and the USA takes on Canada in a battle for North American football crown.
faster you are, the further you take them. The 7.5-ounce Adidas Adizero Rush.
Your moisture-wicking fabric isn't enough. Your zero-weight shoes aren't enough. Nothing you put on is. It's up to you. You and what's inside you. What you put into it is what you get out of it. Simple as that. You win from within.
Introducing the Youth Football Coaches Association, the premier online resource dedicated to improving coaching effectiveness and promoting youth safety for all volunteers. Register free at yfbca.org and begin receiving free youth coaching information, monthly newsletters, certification, and background checks. The most up-to-date concussion information, drills for all positions and skill levels. Learn all types of offensive and defensive plays. Join us at yfbca.org, where we are making good coaches great teachers.
Sports Stars of Tomorrow is brought to you by the full-size Toyota Tundra.
Welcome back to Sports Stars of Tomorrow, coverage of the East Bay Youth All-American Bowl from San Antonio, Texas. Once these East Bay All-Americans had their boots firmly planted on the ground, they met up at the hotel to drop their bags and went straight to picking up their equipment. Claiming full VIP status, the East Bay Youth All-Americans geared up head to toe. East Bay provided every athlete with the coolest warm-ups, state-of-the-art East Bay practice uniforms, and the Adizero cleat, which weighs in at 6.9 ounces and holds the title as the world's lightest cleat.
Adidas and East Bay did a great job helping the players out and giving them a whole bunch of stuff for this game.
When we walked in here, it was basically like looking at an East Bay catalog. I mean, they had shoes, they had the gloves. I mean, they had everything that you see in those East Bay catalogs. So this was pretty nice.
The equipment was good. The whole Adidas deal, the uniforms, and it was really neat. I know our guys feel like they're rock stars.
But the full treatment wouldn't have been complete without sideline passes. Anticipating their day under the lights, the East Bay All-Americans were introduced before 40,000 fans at the Alamo Dome during halftime at the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. What a coming-out party. For years, East Bay has served top athletes across all sports by providing them with an incredible selection of apparel, cleats, and equipment delivered right to their doorstep. This bowl week, the East Bay All-Americans have enjoyed a first-class experience and been adorned head to toe in only the most elite football equipment. Taking the field, Team USA prepares to put on a show against their North American rivals from Team Canada.
Hong with a three-step drop. Far side, caught by Brodus. What a grab. Castile, touchdown, United States. The Americans have opened up a 13-0 lead over Canada.
Showing off his affinity for finding the end zone, Team USA running back Xavier Castile runs north and south and frequently straight through defending linemen. Xavier has a passion for the game that can be seen in every cut he makes. He plays every down like it's 3rd and 1 and commits himself to fighting for every yard.
Donnelly, quarterback draw. He has nowhere to go. He's thrown down. And Donnelly hit again. No chance. Khalil McKenzie.
Playing defensive end for Team USA, Khalil McKenzie has made a name for himself mauling offensive linemen, running backs, and quarterbacks alike. McKenzie has determined his favorite position is in the backfield and uses his distinct size and strength to keep it that way.
The game is over. Final score, United States 38, Canada 7.
On the field, some of the celebrities have taken to congratulating these young men, and even Snoop Dogg has joined them on the field to present some of the trophies on behalf of the East Bay.
Snoop, tell us your thoughts on what East Bay's been able to provide us, a national stage for these youth to show their talent.
Well, this is a big stage, especially for these guys that are, just going into high school. East Bay did a great job of putting on a great platform to get them set up for that next step, which is the Army All-American game. Great job, East Bay.
MVP from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Reginald McKenzie.
You was a mock. Well, I was fox scoping you all day watching you get out, boy. There you go, player.
Kids are getting opportunities to be at that national level and get recognized early in their careers. It's providing opportunities for kids across the country, and it's a great opportunity for them.
I just think it's a wonderful experience for all these kids. They have to have a good attitude, have to fight hard when they're down, and they have to be humble when they're up, and just got all the virtues that you need to grow into a young man.
This is an extremely high level of players. I mean, this was complete shock to me, like how big a stage this was and how intense it would be. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
East Bay, you know.
Great job. We'll see you in 2013.
Coming up next, a heart-stopping finish to the 8th grade limited game. It's a finish you don't want to miss following this short commercial break.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University. The most exclusive football training in the country invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
FBU, you know.
Sports Stars of Tomorrow is brought to you by Football University. Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athletes.
We return to the site of the 4th annual East Bay Youth All-American Bowl. The action on the field has been a sure indicator of great things to come for prep football, and we have almost certainly seen future U.S. Army All-Americans develop before our eyes. The East Bay All-American Bowl is proud to announce that 2 members of its first class of eligible alumni have been selected for the 2013 U.S. Army All-American Bowl. Hard-hitting linebacker E.J. Levenberry Jr. and dual-threat quarterback Tyrone Swoops will be the first to represent current and former East Bay All-Americans live on NBC. Their dedication to the sport and relentless pursuit of the game has earned them the recognition only the largest preps football game can deliver. As the final game of the 2012 East Bay Youth All-American game, the 8th grade limited teams take the field. These talented athletes are ready to put on a show of their own. Taking the field in their custom-made East Bay uniforms, the finale to this year's bowl is sure to be a thrill.
Deep pitch. Turning the corner, gets a block, and it's Mark Walton. Mark Walton got the block from Hurd.
Handling the carries and receptions whenever necessary, East running back Mark Walton is comfortable shouldering the load. In Florida, Walton is known for finding open spaces and breaking away from would-be tacklers. In San Antonio, he seems right at home.
And running with the football is Franklin. Nice run here across the field. He's on his way. His quarterback's to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. What a run. Looks one way, rolls back to the other side, and he's hit. And ball is loose, hit by Connor Owens and picked up. Racing back is Whitted down the sideline. Ellis, well, they finish it off. Touchdown with Tino Ellis. Easy, great blocking up front. Tino makes it 18-0 with those long strides. The West going with the deep ball. That's caught. Marcus Hurd. See you later.
Stepping in at wide receiver for the West, Marcus Hurd is an athlete through and through. After leading his team to a state championship in Ohio by excelling at nearly any position on the football field, Marcus is a coveted talent. Although he graces the Alamo Dome as a gifted wide receiver, he has an unlimited skill set on and off the field.
Up the middle, driving to the outside. The ball's on the ground. It was lost by Walton and picked up by the West. And the West gets the break. And rolling to the right is Belt and throwing the football down the field. Hurd! Oh, what a catch! Marcus Hurd! About 6 or 7 inches away. There it is. Quarterback is in. That's J.R. Belton.
Joining us from deep in the bayou of Louisiana, West quarterback J.R. Belton is cool under pressure, but can put the ball on the money with the best of them. Touting a big arm and unheralded accuracy, J.R. possesses all the weapons of a traditional quarterback, but uses his feet to keep a defense off balance. Between Belton's size and his determination, he may soon be on the list of the nation's top preps.
It is the onside kick, and it is up for grabs. It's still loose. It was hit by the East.
West got it.
The West thinks they have it, and they do. The deep ball, Hurd's out there by himself. Marcus Hurd, first down to the 17-yard line. So Guerra's back in, both quarterbacks on the field. And Guerra running for his life. He goes down, and the game is over. Anthony Trin got to the quarterback, and the East celebrates.
As the lights go down in the Alamo Dome, the athletes walk off the turf as the newest members to join the exclusive ranks of East Bay All-American alumni. Having proven themselves against the best of the best, these young warriors may take a moment to celebrate, but must have their sights set on their goal, achieving their potential and competing against the best competition the nation has to offer. For the 2013 U.S. Army Bowl, 2 past East Bay All-Americans have already been selected. More will follow. One thing is certain, these East Bay All-Americans will be the players to watch for the next 4 years. As freshmen, they will change the high school football landscape, and as seniors, only time and hard work will tell. For them, next season starts tomorrow, and the time to start refining their talents at Football University camps is now.
Sports Stars of Tomorrow is brought to you in part by...
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University. The most exclusive football training in the country invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
FBU, you know.